What's up, y'all? Cattle Prod back in this motherfucker. We're gonna let that music fade in for a second. How everybody doing? Coffee cigarette crew, where you at? Got our cat, our producer, director, cat. Yeah, I'm giving him a lot more duties in the show. He's doing directing and some producing. I'll just call the shots on the music, I guess. Speaking of music, what are we listening to? We're listening to Impiety, Paramount Evil. We're going to start on the last track and loop it around to the front one because I like the way the track 8 goes into track 1. So fucking cool. Yeah. Sunset Detonation. It's got them crazy people. Look, them crazy people right there. And this is a band from Malaysia. And they've got, they got the naughty thing in there. Look, this is the naughty thing. And it's some fucking Malaysian dudes. Or are they from Singapore? Man, I can never remember where they're from. It's one of them two places. Although this was recorded in Mexico. That's pretty cool. So yeah, a lot of naughty stuff in here that you're not supposed to like. It's all like, it's called Paramount Evil. It's like the most evil motherfuckers in humanity. Well, in recorded history, or not even recorded history, past 300 years, I guess. Yeah, each song is like based on a mass murdering, genocidal leader type thing. Oh yeah, look at I love that part. That part's so cool right there. Here, this explains what they're on about. Screen cap that. Pause it. Read it. There you go. Some bad motherfuckers right there. Absolute badasses. I think Sunset Detonation's supposed to be, oh no, it's supposed to be them fellers in the picture there. Them Al-Qaeda types. Taliban or whatever. Yeah, that's what that one's about. And they got one called Carbonization. I'll let you figure that one out. I think Sunset Detonation's supposed to be about the A-bomb or whatever. Oh no, it seems like, oh no, it's the Japanese takeover of China. Nanking and all that. Woo! That was gross. Then you got the Batan Death March out of that. Oh, the Batan Death March. Holy shit. Japanese Imperial troops just rounded up motherfuckers. A lot of Americans were in there, and they weren't all Americans, but there were Americans in there because they were like Marines that were captured at Wake Island. And Wake Island was considered the Alamo of the South because those Marines just held out until they just couldn't hold out anymore, and the Japanese literally just walked up to them. They were exhausted, out of ammo, and they were literally done fighting. Like, they were just whooped. And the Japanese just took them, you know, and they wound up in the Batan Death March. With the Batan Death March, the Japanese just force marched these dudes like 60 miles with no water. And would like let them stop in front of water, and if they ran to the water, they'd shoot them. You know, so the survivors of that had to walk like 60 miles with no water, and they got to a death camp. And that was in the Philippines. And the local Filipinos, they assisted Allied forces in rescuing. I love how that ends. This is the best ending. So fucking cool. And it's going to go right into that first track. It's so cool. You'll hear it. So, yeah. There's a movie called The Great Escape. I don't remember who's in it, but it came out like the 60s or 70s or something like that. And it's about the Americans trying to rescue all the people that were in those camps, those Japanese camps out in The Philippines. I just said that one. And the Filipinos were so cool because they told the Americans, like, nah, bro, just give us some weapons. We got this. The Americans were like, no, we're going to lead this operation to get our people back. And the Filipinos were like, bro, we're going to tell you where to pick up your people. Now give us some guns and ammo. And we did. The Americans gave it to the Filipinos. The Filipinos, like, raided that fucking camp, busted out all the American hostages, and safely delivered every single one of them to the American forces. And the Filipinos went back in to whip a Japanese ass. And the Filipinos just went like mad crazy on the Japanese Imperial Army. Fucking brutal movie, a great escape, and just a weird time in history, you know. Paramount TV. That drummer's the sickest. That fill is fucking crazy. And Piety, Paramount Evil. Fucking go listen to it. It's on YouTube. Fucking amazing. Own that if you get a chance. You literally own anything by Al and Piety. Skull fucking Armageddon, Paramount Evil is the two. Just like, if you get either one of those, you're good. Those are good shit right here. I'm just so glad that they actually got copies for sale again. Couldn't get that for a while. It came out. If you missed it, you missed it. But now you can get that shit again. Hell's Headbangers plug. Obladed Records plug. I am not paid for that. I'm just doing that because those are cool motherfuckers. Obladed Records with Brian Baxter and Justin over at Hell's Headbangers. Just going to shout them out. I haven't shouted them out in a long time. I just figured it's worth a try again. Is there something wrong, Cat? Comments. This is a big one. I already wasted 7 minutes. FD's commenting again. Oh, man. Glad to have you, FD. FD and a whole bunch of damn words after it, but he's got some little anime figure with long hair and ears pointing. Are those like elf ears, or just his ears poke out like that? I can't tell. Could be an elf. Could be an anime elf. That'd be pretty cool. Can I cosplay as an anime elf? I never thought about it. I've had suggestions to do Fabius Bile, which I am not opposed to wearing the costume. I'm just not going to build it. I don't know if I could do an elf. Comment down below. Can I do an elf in a cosplay? I don't know. I got the long hair. Do I have the... Can you put the things on the ears? I don't know. Y'all help me out. Anyways. FD talking about the Astro World tragedy. That's Houston, Texas. The Astro World. It was a theme park with a bunch of roller coasters, and they would do concerts. I know because I've been to it. It's now defunct. They've shut it down. But I have been to Astro World. And if you lived in Houston, Texas, before 2021, if you lived in Houston, Texas, you've been to Astro World. So Astro World tragedy. There was basically a concert for a rap group and artist, whatever. And there was a trample and a bunch of people died. Yeah, saying the rap is balls out and they don't usually care. But 10 people got crushed to death. And no one stopped the show. No one is charged to this day. Yes, the Astro World tragedy. Yes, the concert. Yeah. No one charged. Piles of bodies, screams, people covered in vomit, and pure horror. Yeah, I saw some of the video footage of that available on YouTube. And you can read some of the testimony of the people and see some of their video the experience, like where they were telling you about it. There's some camera footage from it, but it's real weird. People said they saw demons flying around. People literally said they saw demons flying around, like woo, 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 and shit like that. And people got stuff on camera where the lights do dim. Like the lights for the stage, and they do dim, and it's because something moved in front of it. Not because they dimmed it, and you can clearly see something moving in front of like stage lights and shit like that. It is fucking trippy, FD. I've seen it. If y'all haven't seen that, it's fucking crazy as shit. FD's going to continue. All the symbols point to occultism, upside down crosses on the stage, all seeing eyes, and the phoenix. This isn't just me. He originally wanted to host this show by the pyramids in Egypt, and they turned him down. So he wanted to do this whole sacrifice in front of that. Makes no sense to pull an American fan base to Egypt. Yeah, no, that's why it didn't go off. There's no way that was going to work. It's like, but then he says, well, I sound like a hypocrite, but what about Slayer? Yeah, Slayer did Seasons in the Abyss in front of the pyramids. Yeah, it was a cool fucking video back then. That was an awesome fucking video. It was a mid song for Slayer. Good album. War Ensemble, obviously a great one. A classic off that album. But anyways, I've been to numerous metal shows that will stop mid-set if someone is getting hurt or pummeled. Yeah. There's recordings of Phil Anselmo doing that. I think even Metallica was doing that. Slayer has made comments about the rough shit in the pit. I got that Leviticity live cuts from Leviticity, and they're in like Chicago or something like that, and they get onto the audience for fighting. So yeah, we know at metal we're all like this, but no, there's a respect in metal. There is a respect for people at the show. Like, you had the balls to come to this show. Cool. You put your money down and you want to see bands. That's cool. Immediate respect for that. If you're in the pit and you're pushing and shoving and having a great time and not going over the top and not acting like a wimp. Kind of manning up. I hate to say it, manning up. But hey, there's women getting in pits showing as tough as the boys, and God bless it, they get all the love. Those chicks get all the, like, you're fucking cool. So, yeah, there's respect in metal. Ain't no respect in rap and hip-hop. Not anymore. There used to be, and in certain elements of rap, there still is, but for the most part, those people have no respect for their fans or themselves, or anybody else. Metal don't operate like that. Metal wouldn't last. If we started acting like them, we wouldn't last. We last because we have that respect. Some see this as a publicity stunt. He goes on to say, some people see this as a publicity stunt, but you had 10 people die at your show. Yeah, there was somebody who died at a Smashing Pumpkins show. One person. And it was horrible. It was still a tragedy. But yeah, like, Billy Corgan was like, stop moshing. Stop doing all this crap. And they stopped playing shows because of that. They wouldn't play certain places. I heard Meshuggah would never play Houston because we were too violent. We heard that. We don't know if that was true or not, but like Meshuggah would play any place in Texas but Houston. They played a fucking Beaumont. And we were like, come on, man, what's the deal? And they're like, no, in Houston, you guys are too violent. We don't want to be around y'all. That's kind of like cool, a blessing and a curse. Because like some people show up like, I hear you're violent, and we're violent. And then some people are like, I hear you're violent, we're not violent. We're actually pretty normal. And then some people were just never set foot in town to even meet you. That fucking sucks, yeah. So Houston took it on the chin for a number of years because we were too violent out there. Anyways, but no, this is a ritual. You cannot stop a ritual once it's been started. Very good point, FD. You see, this my man is thinking right here. He goes on, of course, this is some dude who said, yeah, my bro, my family, we go to church every Sunday. Yeah, and some of those same people at the concert, some of the same people in the arts, like, oh, I'll go to church with my grandmama. Everybody says, oh, I'll go to church. I can't be doing a satanic ritual. I'll go to church. Freemasons. Nothing a Freemason does is Christian, yet they go to church and tell people they're Christian, but they're Freemasons. Even in the Bible itself, Christ was talking about taking oaths. You should say, you never take oaths. You should say, yes, I will do the thing, or no, I will not do the thing. Yes or no. You don't say, I swear by anything. In the Bible, Christ specifically says that. God says that. Have no other gods before me. And, no profane images is the second one. Muslims take that one a little bit differently. The second commandment, anyways, Muslims get really weird because they don't like art, and you think it's art they don't like because it's a profane image, because it's the second commandment. Anyways, moving on. When a Freemason says, I go to church, I'm a Christian. No, you're not, because you have to swear an oath in Freemasonry that goes above your church and your family. That's why getting in and out of Masonry is such a big deal. And some other clubs can be like that. Some motorcycle clubs can be like that. Not all of them. It is a very small number of them, actually. But that's been seen in that culture, too. And it's been seen in gang culture, that blood in, blood out bullshit. Moving on. I hope you guys are learning something from this, or, I really do. I hope somebody's learning something from this. Anyways, so thanks for your reply. The video was awesome. Oh, my BF. Oh, your boyfriend. Okay, so you're either, doesn't matter. Hi, FD. Glad to have you either way. Don't care. But your boyfriend's a tractor tech. Well, that's a manly. Hey, I'm telling you right now, if you know a guy doing tractor tech, those are tough guys. Like, diesel mechanics and tractor mechanics are usually strong and tough because the equipment is very heavy. And the tools needed to get that equipment out and take it apart is very heavy. That's cool that you have your boyfriend is a tractor tech. That's what's up. I do my shit out in the field. I don't have a shop to go to. That's like the worst part. Now, I've worked in shops. That's how I learned all my skills. But now my skills take me out into the field. One, that's kind of where the money is. And two, like, the shit breaks in the field. It breaks in the field. There's almost no way to get that shit back to a shop. Except pull the parts, then take them back to a shop. Sometimes you can't even do that, or sometimes the best you can do is a shade tree. Shade tree mechanics, where you at? Anyways, but that's manly ass shit. I'm not even joking. I hate being those manly man. It's like, that's man shit, brah. I don't ever talk like that, but I do sympathize that, yeah, the work is very tough work. To me, it's not, just because I've been doing it so many damn years. But yeah, standing in a blazing hot sun in a field with very little shade, and you're trying to use very heavy wrenches to remove a very heavy part. And yeah, some of y'all probably couldn't lift these parts. I hate to say it. And sometimes you have to get machines to lift parts. The radiator almost has to be done with a separate machine. Just because you have to get it up so high, and there's just, anyways, I'm boring y'all. As soon as somebody said tractor tech, I'm like, oh yeah, let me talk, dude. That's my work stuff right there. Anyways, back on these satanic rituals and shit like that. Yeah, shit's fucking wild as fuck. You're gonna find that, like, I know, like, Paul Ludney from Pro Fanatica likes to do some ritualized kind of stuff at his shows, but his is more like the Sermon of Mockery, which I'm okay with because there's like an artistic element, and Paul Ludney's not trying to get the fans killed. I think I like that quality most of all about Pro Fanatica. That I can go see Pro Fanatica, watch a really blasphemous display, and hear some cool fucking tunes at the same time, and no one gets hurt. That's awesome. If you're going to do your satanic rituals and the whole, like, nobody gets hurt thing, that's cool as fuck. But as soon as you start talking about people who get hurt, man, what I hear, somebody was telling me it was a young black woman that lives in a farm area nearby. Like, she's country as fuck, but she knows all about this shit because her dad's a fucking Freemason, because they're all fucking Freemasons out here and shit, or former. Well, anyway, she was talking about, oh yeah, the hip-hop shows that her friends would go to. They would talk about having to prick their thumb on a device, you know, used for, like, testing your blood for diabetes or whatever. Like, they would do that and have, like, blood sacrifices. Not required to enter, but they were donations. Would you donate a drop of blood to this rap concert? And they would just, like, that many people. We have this many samples. That many people did that. It was some weird metaphysical shit. Yeah, man. So it's like a black country girl. Like, girl, it was like, girl, I don't mess with that shit. That shit's too fucking wild. Whatever. She's talking to my wife and shit. She visits the house. She's cool as hell. So, country and black. That's so fucking cool. She's talking about satanic hip-hop rituals. Ah, yes. There's good people out here. Good people. But, anyways, I don't want to call anyone out, so this is obviously going to be kind of a shout-out. Inhuman Micah, which, Inhuman Micah, I love you. Thank you for the comments and everything. Of course, you know that. And I'm not calling you out. You can feel free to answer this or not answer this. But we were talking about that hip-hop concert stuff. And just, I'm sure you know about this. And if not, I'm sure you'll find out real quickly what it is and know what we're talking about. So anyways, I hate to put you on the spot, but you did comment this. Refusing to worship Abrahamic religion or beliefs. And specifically saying you do not follow Jesus. Totally fine. I was trying to say that. Oh, that's cool. And then somebody else commented, oh, I'm the same with you. Hey, guys, that's cool. If you're like, I know you just mentioned the Bible and Christ. I do. But I mentioned a lot of other things, too. Be honest. I mentioned a lot of other historical texts and myths and legends and stuff like that. So, I'm splitting the difference. But we got to mention the Christ because he was so fucking influential. I'm not pushing it on you. But I'm not trying to push Greek mythology on you either, except as the subject to talk about. So, I would actually like your input from somebody that basically says, I do not follow the Abrahamic religions. Cool. What's your input? Can you please, if you would, elaborate? What are your thoughts on those satanic rituals like the Astroworld concert where people actually died? Or the ones that I've heard about, again, I don't know if they're true or not, but people having to prick their finger and give blood at a show. Not required, but it was like a thing you could do. I would love, Micah, if you could give me any kind of a comment, a video, anything. Because I just want to know how you feel about that. What do you think about that? If anything. You know, I really want to know. I'm just genuinely curious. And anybody else is like, no, I'm totally with Micah and Pillbox over here. I'm totally with them. I'll give my 2 cents. Please comment down below. I want this to be a conversation about this. I think the more we learn and the more more information we gather, we're gathering truth. Guys, we're gathering truth. And at the end of the day, truth will always win out. Truth will always beat a lie. Truth will always win out. And I want us to find these things together. Let's experience stuff. I mean, this is an interactive conversation. Y'all comment. I comment on your stuff, and best I can sometimes. And sometimes your content for the video, you know, because I would love to sit down, drink some teas, listen to metal, smoke a joint with you. Yeah, I really would. And literally, especially if we disagree. Let's totally sit at the table. Let's find out not what makes us different, but what makes us the same. Let's find all that. And that's what Goldie. If you saw that video, if you're still watching, if you are, you're still welcome to comment. You're not blocked, you're not banned. I'd love to hear a retort. I always would, as long as we're keeping it peaceful and entertaining, because the cat's a tough producer, director. Wrap it up. All right, we're past 20 minutes. Hey, guys, everybody, thank you. Comments are good. I'm trying to keep the content interesting, and I'm glad we're all here chilling, having a good time. I'm Counterpart, Appalachian Warlord. It's not voluntary, it's tyranny.